everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's having a beautiful day. Today we are shooting on this side of the mall. Almost all good morning, because almost all of the spots are taken up on the other side. So I don't know if this was by design or coincidence, to be honest with you. In any regard, this is actually a loading dock right here where we at. Loading dock in the handicap zone. So can't nobody sit here all day. So this doesn't even make sense. Like this doesn't make sense. In any regard, let's get to the show. Today we're gonna be talking about YSL. A lot of stuff is going on in that trial. We've been talking about the Trump stuff so often. We haven't gotten to none of the street shit that we usually discuss. So we're gonna talk about the YSL trial a little today, specifically about Lil Woody. And I guess we're going to talk about the ramifications of, I don't want to say ramifications, what's actually happening globally, worldwide, because it seems like you guys that vote Democrat, y'all don't understand global politics. Like, I think that's the biggest difference between voting Republicans and voting Democrats, like us as civilians voting. I think Republicans generally know more about global politics, and Democrats just don't seem to grasp the concept of global politics. Politics. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but we're going to discuss that going into the show, because something has happened which every single American should be in an uproar about. Like every single American should be forgetting whatever else y'all bickering about and focusing on the fact that Russia has warships and nuclear submarines less than 100 miles off of our coast. I think that we all should be focusing on that. But we got people stuck on the plantation, so they can't even understand the ramifications of what Trump, what Russia is doing, and why it's so detrimental to us as Americans. Give me one moment. Pardon me. For some strange reason, they got us locked into. Let me make sure this mic is still. For some strange, somehow they got us locked into all of this DEI shit, all of this. The most important thing in the world, apparently, is for people to wear their sexual history like a badge. I don't get it. I don't understand why people are allowing their sexuality to define them. I don't understand why people don't want to be defined by their deeds. I don't understand why people don't want to be defined by the other things that they've done in their life. I can't get it. Anyway, so we're going to be discussing that today. I'm going to read some comments. Put some comments in the chat. We're going to read some comments. We're going to be discussing that today. But first, let's talk about this Lil Woody situation. And I stand by what I'm saying. I think that Democrats don't the voting class of Democrats don't understand foreign policy, and I think Republicans generally do focus on things outside of America that has to deal with the safety of America. Well, I think when Democrats focus on things outside of America, it's like they're just trying to bring an agenda. That's not leading, bringing somebody an agenda and forcing them to take the agenda, or trying to figure out how you're going to force somebody to do something. That's not leading. Let's get to it. So I want to be clear about something. I don't want there to be no misunderstanding. I want to be clear about something. Little Woody takes the stand. The first day he pleads, he takes the fifth. So now I'm trying to. I told y'all this don't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all for him to plead the fifth. He pleads the fifth. Do y'all know that he fired his attorney while on the stand? Remember I told y'all his attorney would never tell him to do that? Remember I told you his attorney would never tell him to plead the fifth after they already worked out an agreement. After they have already worked out an agreement that they would not tell them to plead the fifth? Do you remember me saying that? They got this thing where they make fun of me around here. So everybody walks around and acts like they're picking up money off the floor. Like these people are terrible. Like, so that's the latest thing that they do to me around here. Everybody walk around and act like they're picking up money off the floor. This shit is bananas. In any regard, this is why I don't talk to nobody. In any regard, Little Woody takes the stand. Upon Little Woody taking the stand, what does he say? He says that he's pleading the fifth. He already has and I'm gonna explain why his attorney is so fucking pissed off. He already has a immunity deal. So his attorney worked out an immunity deal. That means that they're gaining a relationship, or that's their side of the relationship with the DA. Good morning, my brother. Good morning. All right. So that's their side of the relationship. So when he shits on that immunity deal, he's actually hurting his lawyer's relationship with the DA's office, because they have a relationship. Never, how you think they make these deals? All right, you gonna let me get it on this end, on the other end. When we catch the next one, bang, bang, bang. You understand what I'm saying? So he gets on the stand. He says, "I told you his lawyer would never do this because that messes up his lawyer's relationship with the DA." So while he's on the stand, I'm going through the whole thing. Initially, he say he want to take they say, you know what, we're going to sit you down, send you to court. Send you to jail for the weekend. Right now, basically, they can hold him up until the trial is over. So that'll be like 2 years. They talking about he could possibly get held. And also, they'll hold him in contempt while anybody else is also going on trial. So if they have any trials after this that they decide that they're going to have in that is in relation to these cases, that means that he's also going to be held in jail for contempt on those charges also until after all of that is over. Then they're going to figure it out, right? Boom. So they send him to jail for contempt over the weekend. Monday comes, right? Now his lawyer ain't there. Remember this. This is the part that I think that people are kind of leaving out. His lawyer had told him that on Monday he was not going to be able to, or she was not going to be able to be there on Monday because they had previous responsibilities. So y'all can understand how this works. He's not on trial. He's just testifying. When you're testifying, your lawyer or a representative from that law firm generally sits out in the audience and they tell you what you can and can't answer. That's how this is done. Every lawyer does this. Every law firm does this. Everybody does this. People complain when it becomes too egregious, but everybody does this. They sit in the crowd, and when a question is asked, they tell you whether you can answer the question or not. Boom. So why is it on the day that his attorney said that they couldn't make it to the courthouse? I believe it's a woman. Why on that day that his attorney says that they couldn't make it to the courthouse is the day that they have some kind of meeting with the dude, Lil Woody, and they don't invite the defense, the people who are actually on trial lawyer to be in the meeting. You're not supposed to do that. That goes against jurisprudence, I guess that's what you call it. That goes against the way that court is conducted. And that's what Brian Steele was complaining about. Hold on, we ain't going nowhere yet. So the thing that they just did, they're not supposed to do. So when he was complaining about it in court, basically he was creating his area for an appeal. These dudes, Fannie Willis's office, I can't even imagine how many people are locked up right now because of the backdoor deals that they do. I'm fine with you catching somebody committing the crime and y'all get a conviction and these people actually did the crime. I don't have no beef with that. That's the way our system is supposed to work. I have an issue when, whether they committed the crime or not, you use uh, tactics that are not supposed to be allowed in the courtroom. In the courtroom, you get away with it, and then those people are now incarcerated, whether they're guilty or not. These regulations that's put in place are put in place for specific reasons. It's because the prosecution, the DA's office, they have to conduct themselves in a certain manner to make sure that they don't ever put an innocent person in jail, so, and making sure everybody get their just day in court. So it's supposed to be conducted in a certain manner. With that being said, let me read some of these comments and then we're going to get to it. We got Jamal Fareed. He says, BBN fan mods all in the chat. Hit that like button on the way in. Hit that like button on the way in. Let's see if we can send our numbers up. Subscribe is free. Shout out to Fareed. He says, well, great. Yeah, all of these things. What up, Nervin Numbers? Happy to see you around a little bit more. Salute. He says, Woody is a horrible liar. Well, there's two types of people that's bad liars. People who are just honest because they're honest, and people who never had to actually use deception. So generally speaking, generally speaking, those people are bad liars. A person that maybe they've always been on the end that exhibited power, strength, so they never really had to lie. They never had to, because anything they say was going to be accepted. You understand what I'm saying? And people who are just genuinely honest, they're typically bad liars. The Democrats always say, therefore, for the poor, but we're still struggling. How could anyone that wants to consistently raise taxes on anyone be for the poor? I need an explanation on that. I don't care who you want to raise taxes on. How can anyone that wants to raise taxes on anyone be for the poor? That doesn't make sense. Because the simple act of raising taxes, we live inside of a system. That means that every time someone gets affected, anything happens to someone, everyone basically gets affected. That's the way our economy works. So even if you raise taxes on only the good day, even if you raise taxes on only the richest people out there, everybody is going to be affected because the richest people own everything. You think they're just going to take the loss? That doesn't even make sense. You understand what I'm saying? So people just say shit that just don't make sense. It's just that's the way we're living at now, where people just lie, and you gotta wait for so long to find out that the shit is a lie that the liar feels like they won. You understand what I'm saying? YSL case way out of control. I think that they need to just, and I told y'all this when the case first started, that I told you that I did not like that judge. I told you I did not like Judge Glenville. I just don't like him. I told you I don't like Judge Glenville. I told you that when the whole thing started. When it started, I said I don't like him. I don't like his I don't like how he controls his courtroom. I like when the judge is understanding. Don't get this confused, because you're supposed to be unbiased. But his understanding looked more like deception to me then it looked like I'm actually unbiased in this situation. I just didn't like him. I don't like a lot of his rulings. He's just not a judge. That's good morning. All right. That's just not a judge for me. Morning, Nervin says, how many years you think Woody facing? I'm not even 100% sure. One, I don't know about the specific deal that he has, but I think there might be a caveat in his deal. I don't know about the specific deal that he has, but I do know they can, as long as any of these cases is going on, they can hold them. I do know that. Nice afro. I do know that. Y'all better be out here looking for the women that actually got their own hair. I'm not knocking nobody that, at all, but y'all better be looking for them. God says that when a woman don't, that when a woman is difficult and don't like, it isn't in God's light, he take her hair. Y'all better be out here looking for them women that got long natural hair. I don't care if they wear shit on their head. You know what I'm saying? But they gotta have real hair under there, fam. You better start looking. God already told us which ones to go after. God already told us which ones to go after, fam. Look it up in the Bible. Don't take my word for it. Nervin Woman says, Little Wood definitely knows a lot about what happened to Nut. Yeah. Everybody in Atlanta know what happened to Nut. Don't nobody not know. What up, Shake Loose? What up, AP? Salute. Let's go. Good morning. Nah, you good, man. Don't worry about it. Do you think Woody should get the 6ix9ine treatment? He took the stand. I think all of these dudes are scared to give anybody the 6ix9ine treatment. Good morning. I think all of these dudes are scared to give anybody the 6ix9ine treatment because I think they treated 6ix9ine that way because 6ix9ine, we got the derelicts coming over here to yell and scream in our background now. So what you got to understand is this. They coming over here to make Coney Island look bad. They coming over here to make Coney Island look bad. If he hit her, I'm not going over there to get involved. Got the lady over there in the white, orange, yellow over there watching me. She probably is the one that called them. He beat on her. That ain't my responsibility. I'm not gonna break up. Excuse me? Look, nobody turned the camera around. Ain't nobody, and I'm happy I got it when nobody turned the camera around and he talking crazy. So when the police show up, I could be like, nah, rewind it. Look. Don't worry, they watch the show. They gonna be here anytime now. They watch the show. Now let me talk about what I'm talking about. The nigga showed up with a stick today. That nigga ain't stupid. He showed up with a stick today with a nail in it. That lady sent him with the white. There's a lady over there with the orange. She paid them. Alright. Got the robot. Alright, do what you need to do, fam. Yeah, right, you got the robot. Do what you need to do, fam. Do what you need to do, fam. Bitch ass nigga. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do, fam. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do, fam. You talking and I'm telling you to move. I'm not moving. No, I'm saying move on me, nigga. Do what you need to do. All right, do what you need to do, fam. I see you with all the nails. Do what you need to do, fam. 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 Do what you need to do. You just talking. I'm not talking. Move the camera out my face. Do what you need to do, fam. 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 Stop moving like that, bro. Do what you need to do, fam. Like that if I break your camera. Look, this is the guy threatening me. Yeah. Hey, yo, somebody call the police. Somebody call the police out here. Yeah, you call the police. Pulled up with a stick with nails in it, fam. a stick with nails in it and told me because I don't want to fight him and his stick with nails in it one-on-one with me with nothing, I'm pussy. These niggas is weird, fam. This nigga got a stick with nails in it, fam. He want to fight me with a stick with nails in it while I'm just got my regular bare hands. But I'm pussy. These niggas is weird. Good morning. These niggas is weird, fam. That's him right there. That's his stick right there. That's him right there. That's his stick in the garbage. He got nails in it. I got him on camera. I got him on camera, threatening my life. He said he gonna send me to the ER. That dude right there yelling, right there, and that's the stick he had with nails in it, out here waving it at me, threatening my life. You gotta get that, nigga. Pardon my language. I'm right here. What the hell he outside waving around a stick, threatening niggas with nails in it? What kind of shit is that? Him. I wasn't videoing him, and I got that on camera. I have it on camera. I wasn't videoing him. I wasn't videoing him. Yo, we got to go off live real quick so I can show them the situation. We got to go off live real quick. I want to show them the situation. Nah, I got it on camera. I wasn't videoing him.